Hello, and welcome to Putting English to Work. I'm Jacqueline Rosado, and I'll be your host and teacher. Today, we'll learn about Min and Ivan's troubles at work. We'll also see Gustavo and Amir try to improve their love lives. Hey, I see Ivan and Min over there. Let's see what they're doing.
Hello, Min.
Hi.
What's wrong? You look depressed.
Oh, I'm just thinking. I'm worried I'm going to end up working in my parents' restaurant for the rest of my life.
Did you tell them you want to be a nurse's assistant?
Not yet. How can I tell them? They're the best parents in the world.
You should tell them that only in nursing will you be happy. I'm sure they want you to be happy.
I guess you're right. Thanks, Ivan. You're the most helpful friend I have.
I know.
Min? Ivan? How are you?
Good, Mira. How are you?
Wonderful. The best.
Well, that's pretty happy.
I just got an A on my business exam.
All right.
My test score was the highest in the class.
Fantastic, Amir. Congratulations.
Thank you. How are you guys doing?
We're having some problems at work.
Oh? What kind of problems?
I have to tell my parents that I want to leave the restaurant and get a nursing assistant job.
And you're afraid this might upset them. This is difficult. When do you plan to tell them?
Soon.
I think that idea is best. What's your problem, Ivan?
Well, I'm having the same problem. My boss, my cousin, Stefan, he's the meanest, ugliest, worst person I ever worked for.
Why is he so bad?
He makes me work extra hours, and he won't pay me any overtime. Besides, he threatened to fire me if I take that part-time job in your building, Amir.
That's terrible. He can't do that. Why don't you come to my office and we'll talk to one of the lawyers?
No. If Stefan ever found out...
No, Stefan won't know anything. Will you come and see a lawyer?
Okay.
Sounds like Ivan has a real problem with his boss. Anyway, let's review. Does Min look a little upset? Yes, she does. Did Min tell her parents she wants to be a nursing assistant? No, she didn't. Why is Amir so happy? He got the best grade in the class. How does Ivan describe his boss? He calls him the meanest, ugliest, worst person he's ever worked for. Good work. Now, let's visit Gustavo and Jose.
How's your girlfriend, Gustavo?
I don't have a girlfriend.
Who's that woman you like?
Min.
It's a nice name. Where's she from?
She's from Vietnam.
And you really like her?
She's the prettiest and smartest woman I've ever met.
Then why does she like you? Just kidding. Have you asked her out on a date yet?
Well, not yet.
Why not?
I've been too busy.
Gustavo, that's the worst excuse I ever heard. You always have time for love.
You're right. But I don't think I could see Min.
Why not?
I have a problem.
I wonder what Gustavo's problem is. We'll find out soon. First, let's review. What woman does Gustavo like? Gustavo likes Min. Has Gustavo asked Min out on a date? No, he hasn't. Does Gustavo think Min is pretty and smart? Yes, he thinks she is the prettiest and smartest woman he has ever met. Where is Min from? She is from Vietnam. Excellent work. Now let's try another exercise. In the following exercise, you will hear someone ask a question. When you hear the answer, repeat it aloud. If you need more time, just press pause.
Do you like the lunch?
This is the best sandwich I've had in a long time.
Who owns this house?
Mr. Moneymaker.
Is he rich?
He's the richest man in this neighborhood.
Why are you studying so much English?
Because English is my most important class.
These are very beautiful flowers.
Oh, these are the most beautiful flowers in the neighborhood.
Min, how's your uncle?
He's the craziest man I know.
Good work. Now let's learn about Gustavo's problem.
What's the problem, Gustavo? Why can't you ask Min out on a date?
I'm embarrassed to tell you.
I'm your friend. You can tell me anything.
I like Min. I don't have enough money to take her out.
Cost a lot to go out on a date?
Yeah, it does. It's restaurants, movies, flowers. Dates are too expensive for me right now.
That's good. Let's take a break. So it's too expensive to go out on a date with Min.
Yeah,
Is Min nice?
she's the nicest person in the world.
Is Min sensitive?
She's the most sensitive person I've ever met.
Well, if Min is nice and sensitive, she'll understand your money problems. She may help to pay for some of the dates too.
I guess that's true.
And there are lots of things that you can do that don't cost money.
Like what?
You can go to the beach or to a park. You can go for a bike ride. There are lots of things.
You're right. I'll call her tonight.
Good, Gustavo.
You always give the best advice.
I understand about money problems. It wasn't easy for Marta and me when we first got here.
Yeah, it is difficult.
I'll talk to my boss, Mr. Rigo. I'll tell him I need a full-time assistant.
Really?
I can guarantee a job, but I'll talk to Mr. Rigo.
You're a real friend, Jose.
I hope Gustavo can get a full-time job. Let's review. Why doesn't Gustavo ask Min out on a date? He doesn't have enough money. Does Gustavo think Min is nice? Yes. He thinks she is the nicest girl in the world. What are some things that Gustavo and Min can do without spending money? They can go to the beach, a park, or go out on a bike ride? Does Gustavo like Jose's advice? Yes, he does. What will Jose tell his boss? He needs a full-time assistant. Great work. Now let's try another exercise. In the following scenes, you will hear someone ask a question. When you hear the answer, repeat it aloud.
Is Moscow a big city?
I think it's the biggest city in all of Russia.
Is it hot today?
It's the hottest day of the year.
Good. Now you'll have a chance to answer a few questions yourself. After you hear the question, fill in the blank with your own answer.
Is your sister pretty?
Yes, she's the prettiest girl I know.
Good. Let's try a couple more. Are you ready?
Was the movie bad?
That was the worst movie I've seen this year. Is John popular?
Yes, he's the most popular guy in school.
Very good. Now let's visit Amir and Tanya on their date.
Excuse me. Here you are, sir. I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I am the clumsiest person in the world.
Now you're the wettest person in the world, too.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tanya. This must be the worst date you've ever been on.
Oh, no, it's not, Amir. It's already one of the best dates I've ever had.
Really? Why?
Because you're the funniest guy I know.
Can I be honest? This is the most nervous I've been on any date.
Why?
Because you're the prettiest and smartest girl I know.
And you're the most charming man I know. So just relax.
Okay.
So, what are you going to eat?
Would you like to share a steak?
Oh, no, I'm a vegetarian.
Vegetarian?
I don't eat meat.
Oh. What about the chicken?
I don't eat beef, pork, chicken, or fish.
Oh, well, what's left?
Well, there are a lot of delicious things for vegetarians to eat.
Like what?
Well, there's an eggplant and tofu casserole here that's delicious. Do you want to try it?
Sounds great.
What a date. Let's review. Where are Tanya and Amir? They are in a restaurant. Does Amir spill the water? Yes, he does. Is Amir nervous? Yes, he is. Does Tanya think Amir is charming? Yes. She thinks he's the most charming man she has ever met. Does Tanya eat meat? No, she's a vegetarian. Good work. Now let's try another exercise. In the following scene, you will see Tanya and Amir at the restaurant. After the scene, you will answer a few questions, so listen carefully.
The chocolate cake looks delicious.
Amir, that's dessert. What are you going to eat before that?
Before that, I think I'll have a salad.
That's an appetizer.
I know that. What are you having?
I'll have the soup for an appetizer, the spaghetti for an entree, and then I'll have the chocolate cake for dessert.
Sounds delicious.
Here's a question about what we just saw. What will Tanya have for an entree? A. She will have salad for her entree. B. She will eat chocolate cake for an entree. C. She will have spaghetti for her entree. The answer is C. She will have spaghetti for her entree. Remember, an appetizer is what you eat for your first course, like soup or salad. An entree is your main course. The last part of the meal is the dessert, like cake or ice cream. Good work. Now, let's look at a menu ourselves. Now you will choose which items are appetizers, which are entrees, and which are desserts. Great work. Now let's see how the date is going.
Did you like dinner?
It was one of the most interesting dinners I've had in a long time.
You'd rather have a steak.
Yes.
So, Amir, how do you like living in America?
Sometimes it's difficult living in another country, but I've met a lot of special people who make me very happy to be here.
Really?
And you are one of the most special.
Thanks, Amir. I think you're pretty special, too. No, I'm paying.
No, I'll pay.
Amir, I'm the one who asked you out, remember?
Okay, but next time, I'll pay.
Next time? You mean we'll have another date?
You mean you don't want to?
Oh, of course I do.
Good. Then I'll pay.
Good. Oh my goodness, this is the most expensive dinner I've ever had.
Really?
No, just kidding.
Very romantic. Let's review. Does Amir prefer to eat steak or tofu? He prefers to eat steak. Do Amir and Tanya hold hands? Yes, they do. Does Tanya want to have another date with Amir? Yes, she does. Who pays for dinner? Tanya does. How does Tanya pay for dinner? She pays with her credit card. Great work. Now let's try one last exercise. Let's review some vocabulary words we have seen in this program. When you see the words on the screen, repeat them aloud. Where are Ivan and Min eating? They are eating in the cafeteria. What do you see? It is an exam. What are they clipping? They are clipping hedges. What is the waiter carrying? He's carrying a pitcher of water. Does Tanya eat meat? No, she's a vegetarian. Great work. I think we've done enough for today. Next time, we'll see Marta and Rosalba visit the health clinic. We'll see Ivan talk to a lawyer, and we'll see if Amir gets a promotion.